So not a lot of people know, unless they buy a lot of real estate or know someone who has a real estate license or works in that field. When you are filling out the loan forms for multifamily homes, so like a duplex, a threeplex, a fourplex, whatever you got, you can count any income that you believe you're going to make from this property towards your actual income right now. So let's say you make $2,500 a month, for the sake of argument and for a round number, and you believe you're going to make another $2,000 a month in rent from a duplex that you're purchasing. When you fill out the form, you can, and I over explain everything, but I always explain as I'm doing so that this is why, and this is where, because you do itemize out all of the income that you have and where it's coming, like all of the sources. That this money is going to be coming from the unit that I'm planning on purchasing in the present. So instead of 2,500, I would put in 4,500 and off to the races. That's one of those things. Your credit definitely affects whether or not you're going to get a loan for real estate. But I've noticed, at least, the bigger factor seems to be how much you actually have coming in versus how much of a liability the new asset is going to wind up representing. Um, and so if you have the income that it'll be bringing in on the form, it winds up looking a lot better. They're not going, oh well, you have a $500 mortgage and you're trying to add another eight and you're only making 2,500, and you got a car note, and we tend to think you're probably going to want to eat, so we're not going to give you this loan. Um, it's not lying, and there's nothing illegal about it. Again, you can do this. This is there's a lot of people who do exactly that, and that's a part of how they get the loans to have multiple multifamily units all over the place, with none of them paid off. Like especially on YouTube, there are a lot of people who that's kind of their thing. Is they're like, hey, I got all this property and this and that, and but you'll hear them say, I've got 15, 20, whatever 30-year mortgages. Um, the reason they're able to do that is because they have enough liquid income coming in that the it offsets the liability from the property that they're holding. So if that same thing, if you come in and you've got 2,500 and you've got all that other stuff, they're like, well, because they budget your money out, basically what they assume you're going to be spending, and that's kind of how they determine whether or not they think you're likely to pay the loan back. Um, if they look at it and they say you've got like $300 left at the end of the month, so we're not going to give you this extra $800 mortgage. Looking at you with a $2,500 a month finance stream versus a $4,500 revenue stream, at which point they're saying, well, you've got $2,300. Wanting eight. Tend to think you can find a way to peel that out. And again, these numbers are all just kind of for the sake of argument, for the sake of being round. But yeah, if you happen to be looking at multifamily real estate, which again, that is the bulk of my advice, as far as making large sums of money in a short period of time. As far as like your get rich quick schemes, I don't think any of them really exist or are worthwhile. But the multifamily, I mean, look into it. The overwhelming majority of millionaires either started with or jumped into multifamily and or like real estate at some point. And usually they're not selling; they're collecting rent. The core concept is just it's the only thing better than selling something. I'll sell it to you, and you pay me, and then I still have it. So I can rent it again. I can sell it again to whoever. Um, that's all I got for you this time. You guys have a good afternoon, and we will catch you next time.